My parents are the source of all my problems, and they are the reason that I have faced so many problems, challenges, and I have so many enemies now. And because of them, I have lost a lot of opportunities. And the scariest thing is that right now, I do not really know when another challenge or disappointment will strike again because of them. And this has really made me super sad and restless. When other people's parents are opening doors for their children for big and mighty opportunities, my parents are the reason my life is unstable, and they are the reason I have lost almost all the opportunities that I came across after completing university. My mother is a horrible and a very difficult person to live with. My dad and my mom built 12-bedroom complex which they have given out for renting. My mother is so difficult that the longest any tenant had lived in our house was just a year. All the tenants that came to rent the place left the place just after a few months. Some even left the place just after a few weeks because of how difficult and abusive my mother was. She will quarrel with the tenant over the least thing. She will quarrel with tenants over electricity, water, and even over their visitors. There were times that she quarreled with visitors who came to visit our tenant in the house, and sometimes for no reason, my mom would pick unnecessary fights with them. It was so bad and so uncomfortable for tenants, and weeks after weeks and month after month, we had new tenants come in as the old ones left. I literally lost count of the number of tenants that came to rent the house and had to leave sooner because of how difficult and horrible my mother's attitude was. It was really so embarrassing for us, her children, and we advised her countless times to stop her bad attitude, but she paid no attention to our advice. Everybody in the community knew our house as a very horrible place to live and were tagged as difficult and bad people, and everybody gossiped horribly about us in the community. So finally, when I got admission to go to the university, I was really happy that I was leaving that house for at least for 4 years, except when we were on vacation. But what I didn't know was that my horror movie was just about to begin. So when I completed university, I got a job in a very big company and everything started beautifully until one day my head of department asked me if I knew one Francis Shields because our surname wasn't a common one. And as innocent as I was, I told her that Francis Shields is my dad. And right from that day, that lady made my life a living hell in that office. She would send me to the 20th floor to perform a task that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes, instead of using the office telecom to make inquiries from another office, she would rather send me to deliver that message to other people in that office. Sometimes she will intentionally pour water or her beverage on the floor and ask me to mop it. In fact, the bullying and the emotional torture she put me through were just countless. Then I later got to know that she was one of my father's numerous girlfriends. My father was a notorious womanizer when he was young. His womanizing was so bad that sometimes he would woo a woman twice, forgetting that he had done or he had had a thing with her before. He was literally just playing with the emotions of women left, right, center, and he didn't care about how they were feeling. So here I am in this new office and I'm paying for the crime that my father had committed so many years ago. Then after 6 months, I was transferred to another department of the company and I was really happy that I was finally leaving my old department. If only I knew what was ahead of me, I'd rather run away. Then the very day that I arrived in that new department, the person that I was supposed to closely work with was one of our old tenants whom had a very horrible encounter with my mom. My mom literally evicted that tenant when it was raining heavily and it was very late in the night. And I believe that he never forgot that horrible experience. So, as soon as I saw him, my heart skipped very fast. The first week was okay until one day he told me that I should embrace the battle ahead of me because it's going to be a battlefield in that office. I didn't quite understand what he was talking about until one day this guy literally gave me hell. I mean, real hell in that office. And after that, it has been one problem or the other. In fact, if I should begin to tell you the physical, emotional, and psychological abuse this guy put me through, this story will be way too long to read. So eventually, I went to see the HR of the company for him to transfer me to another department. And fortunately, I was transferred to another branch of the company, and I was truly happy about this new development. I was so happy thinking that all my troubles were finally over. In fact, my troubles were just about to begin. In this new branch, I didn't know 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 of my father's numerous exes. In fact, I met as many as 8 of them over there. And when they got to know whom I was, oh my God, almost all of them treated me like a piece of trash. They gave me trouble. They gave me trouble pro max. They gave me proper hell in that office. One of them even told me in the face that I will surely experience the most painful disaster in that office, and I will also get to know how it feels like to be betrayed. At this point, I was too fed up that I wanted to resign, and I was looking for a way to change my name as well during this time. So eventually, I resigned from this company and sat in a house for 6 good months. Fortunately, I got another job, and though on my official documents, my name is Mark Shiles, I told everybody to address me as Mark Anthony because I love the musician called Mark Anthony. This is just to hide my identity. I was enjoying this new company until a new director was posted to the company, and immediately this man saw me. He never liked me. Then it turned out that his sister was involved with my father many years ago. She got pregnant for my dad, but my dad rejected the pregnancy. Unfortunately, when the lady was going to give birth, she unfortunately lost her life and the baby as well. But I was wondering how this man got to know that I was related to my dad. But what I forgot was that I actually look so much like my dad, so I cannot escape the resentment and the hatred people have towards my dad. So, what do I do now? That's a question that I asked myself. How can I be paying for the crime of my parents when I have absolute no hand in the horrible things that they did to people in the past? So painfully, I resigned from this job too because the emotional trauma that I was going through from this new director of the company was too much for me to bear. Then finally, when I resigned, I went back to stay with my parents for some time and narrated to them all the horrible experiences that I encountered because of their horrible past. But interestingly, both my mom and my dad seemed not to regret any of the things that they did to people in the past. Their focus was rather on me making an effort to get another job as soon as possible. How cruel could these people be? Now, I'm currently living with a friend who lives in another part of the country, and I have been praying so hard that the next company that I get to work with, at least nobody will get to know my mom or my dad there, because their influence in my life has brought me nothing but pain and trauma, nothing fruitful or nothing positive. My question now is, would I be doing too much if somebody asks me if I know them and I deny knowing them just to keep my sanity so that I don't end up being maltreated, bullied, or mistreated again? Is it okay to deny my own parents just to enjoy a little peace of mind? Another thing that I'm planning on doing is to go legal with changing my name entirely, because the humiliation, the pain, and the rejection that I have suffered because of my own parents is too much for me to bear. I'm young and I'm just about starting life. I am so afraid that if I don't change my identity, I may end up losing all the big opportunities, all because of my parents. Am I doing too much? I know someone will say this might seem like I am denying my own parents, but I feel that as at now, or as it stands now, this is the only way I can maintain some sanity and protect myself. Am I really doing too much? Guys, do you think this young man might be doing too much if he decides to change his identity by way of changing his name and also deny his own parents if somebody should ask him if he knows them? Well, kindly leave your thoughts in the comment section, and please do well to watch my other videos as well. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on your notification for more videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.